Today we find ourselves in New Mexico and we are on the hunt for the Cox Canyon Arch near Aztec, New Mexico. So the arch has been proven to be a little hard to find. We kind of had to turn around. Its parking lot is not marked. There are not signs. So it is a little bit of a challenge. You'll have to keep your eyes peeled to see if you can find it up on the hill. You can see it from the parking lot, kind of hidden up in the scrub up there. It is near a natural gas well. So if you see that, there's kind of like a little parking there. Not a lot, but a little bit of parking near the natural gas well. Is very close to the trailhead. So I'm headed to Cox Arch because I happened to see a picture of it, and I wanted to see it because it looked very much like the Delegate Arch in Moab, Utah. A little bit smaller version, but that is an extremely famous arch. So that's why it piqued my interest, because there's not a lot of arches, it's a little bit different, just Delegate Arch and that kind of style. So that's why I'm after this arch in particular. There's also supposed to be a little bit of a cave up this trail. And as you can see here, the trail, I had trouble finding a real defined trail. There's kind of like trails that are going everywhere and you're kind of scrambling up and going through the bushes. So it's definitely going to be a little bit of a scrambler. So if you do bring pets, remember that you might have to help push them up some of the places and scramble up some of the rocks to get to the arch. So it's not supposed to be a very long hike, just about 30 minutes round trip, and that's going to depend how much time you want to take exploring and side trips that you want to go. If you want to try to find the cave, if you just want to enjoy the area more. It's a beautiful scenery, kind of just it gives you a chance to get out and kind of hike this area, which is fun. So it's about a 0.5 mile trail. So not bad, but it will require, if you some scrambling, it's not a super great trail. So here in this area, we're not far from the Colorado border, so the arch is like almost in Colorado. And the beautiful thing about this arch is, you can see we're getting up a little bit. We're headed up the cliffs. Is you're not going to find a lot of people. And there you can see it kind of in the background over there, and that's where we're headed. We kind of made it up from the rim, and we had to do some scrambling. And there, I gotta point it out in case you missed it. We did have to do some scrambling to get up on this rim. I'm not sure if I had the best trail or not, but some other people look like they had things like propped up here, and so that's where the trail that I happened to follow ended, so that's the way I went up. And as you can see, it's just a beautiful area. You kind of hear along the rim, you can see probably if it floods, there's probably some kind of waterfalls and things during rainy season. Okay, let's see if we can get a better view along here. So it is a little confusing to know exactly where the arch is and if you've made it to the top, but once you've seen the arch, you just keep your eyes peeled for it, because once you see it, then you get that general idea of where you're headed and you just head towards that. I could never find exact, just like one trail here that just was like, oh, this is definitely the trail to it. It looks like there's scrambling and different trails that go all over the place. So as you can see, you're getting to see a lot of the scenery, just out there. You get to explore out here. It's a fun place just to look around, be able to have the space. I am thankful that they have places like this that are so wild and you get to have fun just exploring. Beautiful day. I believe that they say that the trail and everything, because it's like remote and not really manned or anything, I believe it is open year round. I imagine that the summer is pretty hot and the winter can be kind of cold and blustery, but I'm here in the fall and it's great weather. You know, you need a jacket starting out, but with the hiking and everything, afternoon sun definitely warmed up. So the fall is definitely a great time to visit this arch. Here we'll get a back view of it so you can kind of see it from the different angles. And you get that beautiful dead tree there. That's pretty cool. I'll see if I can't get a little bit here. We can kind of tell that it's just kind of set there. I mean, it's kind of amazing. So there are supposed to be several other arches and some caves in the area, but this is supposed to be definitely the largest one. I may try to see if I can find the cave on the trail back, but this is definitely the arch that I was coming for. If I had more time, I think that there might be quite a few little small arches and stuff in the area that would probably be fun to explore and see. But I live quite far from New Mexico, so I'm trying to hit the highlights of different things that I'd like to see here in northern New Mexico. And we'll get a few more up versions so you can kind of see where it's just set there out on the cliff. And I'll see if I can't pan around here so you can kind of see. And then we'll do a little bit of a speed trip back, and definitely enjoyed this trip. And you can kind of see where somebody has kind of like carved into the rock there, some kind of grip holes. So this is a route that I'm just going down to get down off the cliff. So this just gives you a little bit of an idea what the trail you might be going to travel on, unless you can do better than me and find a better way up. But I personally thought it was a lot of fun being able to do that. So I didn't mind the trail at all. So if you like this video, subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment. Definitely, I would think it's one of those neat places to visit if you don't like the crowds, if you want to be able to explore. Of course, it's not wheelchair accessible. And it is going to be, if you don't want to take a little bit of a scrambling hike, it's not the arch for you.